Hey everyone, welcome back and let's write some more neat code today. So today let's solve the problem, merge two 2D arrays by summing values. Pretty long problem description, ain't nobody got time to read all that. I'm just gonna stick with the example because once you focus on the example, this problem is actually pretty simple. And before I even get into it, let me just tell you something. If you have a very good understanding of the algorithm merge sort, and you don't even need to understand merge sort, you just need to understand one specific part of it. So this is like the recursive step of merge sort, but you really need to focus on the merge part of merge sort, taking two sorted arrays and merging them together. I'm literally going to be using like this as a template to solve today's problem. Like the code overlap is going to be like 80 or 90%. It's going to be pretty much the same as this. So again, if you understand this, you should really easily be able to solve today's problem. Let's get back to this. So the idea here is we're given two arrays. So you notice that each array has a bunch of pairs in it. So the way each pair works, the first is the ID and the second is the value. And so each array is sorted based on the ID of each pair. You can see that for nums1, the first pair has an ID of 1, the next one has 2, the next one has 4. And the second array has an ID of 1 and 3 and 4. So there's some overlap. They both have a pair with an ID of 1 and a pair with an ID of 4, but they do have some differences as well. Now, for each given array, there's not going to be any duplicate IDs, but again, there could be some overlapping IDs between the two. That's pretty much what the problem is saying. What we want to do is merge the two arrays together. So if there's a difference, like you can see here, there's a difference. I guess before I even address the difference, we want to merge them in sorted order. So for the first pair, notice how they have the same ID. So we want to merge these two pairs together. The result will have the same ID 1, but the values will be summed together. So we will take 4 and 2, and then it'll become 6. And the ID will be 1. So given that both of these are sorted, we can do this with a two-pointer approach, pretty much exactly like the merge step in a merge sort. Like you could think of it as initializing like a pointer here and a pointer here. They're the same this time, so that's easy. You merge them and then shift both of the pointers. Now we have a pointer here and a pointer here. Now the IDs are different, so what do? We pick the ID that's smaller. This pair has a smaller ID. So then we just take this entire pair, add it to the output, and then shift this pointer. So now I have a pointer over here and another pointer over here. Now we compare the two IDs. This one is smaller. So we take this entire pair, add it to the output, and then we shift the pointers. So this pointer will now be shifted. This pointer will stay here. Now the two IDs are the same. We merge them. So we take 1 plus 5, and then we get a 6 in the output. The ID is still 4. Now both of the pointers will be out of bounds, and that's how you know that we're done. Now this example was very clean since both of the pointers went out of bounds at the exact same time. It's not guaranteed that that's always going to be the case. What if this didn't even exist? Well, then we would have had like one pointer over here is out of bounds, while one pointer over here is still in bounds. So to handle that, I'll show you how we're going to do it in the code, but logically, then we would just take this pair and possibly any other pairs that come after it in the first array, and then just add them to the output. Similarly, if this pointer went out of bounds, but there were still some values over here, 1 or maybe more than that, we would take all of them and add them to the output in that order. So that's pretty much the solution. The fact that there's two pointers and we're just iterating over each of the inputs once means the time complexity is going to be linear. Let's say n plus m, where these are like the respective sizes of the inputs. Space complexity, if you don't count the output, which is what we usually say, we don't really count the output space, the space complexity is going to be constant. So that's pretty much all you need to know. Again, if you don't really understand this stuff, I highly, highly recommend you learn merge sort. It's a very fundamental algorithm. You learn a lot from it that can be applied to all sorts of problems. Okay, so I'm going to start by having 2 pointers, I and j. Both are going to be initially 0, and then we're going to have our result, which is going to be an array. That's what we're going to return at the end. And so the first step is going to be while I is less than the length of the first array, and while j is less than the length of the second array. What this is doing is saying while both of the pointers are in bounds, we might need to do some comparisons. I is going to refer to the pointer of nums1, j is going to refer to the pointer of nums2. So one thing we can check is for nums1, the current pair that we're looking at, we want to look at the first value, which is the ID. That's going to be at index 0. The value is going to be at index 1, but we care about the ID at index 0. If this one is less than nums2 at j, and that value's ID, well, we choose the one that's less. So then we would append that pair to the result, nums1 at I, and then we can increment the I pointer. Otherwise, if the opposite is true, I'll just copy and paste that, change the condition around, then we would do the opposite. So I'm going to copy and paste this, I'm going to increment my j, and here I'm going to append nums2 at index j. The last case is the most interesting. If they were equal, well, then we would append to the result, and we would also increment both pointers. So I will be I plus 1, j will be j plus 1, and what we append to the result is going to be a pair. The ID that we append doesn't really matter because we assume they both have the same ID. That's going to be the case if neither of these executed, so I'll just take this ID and add it. But we care more about the value. The value is going to be the sum of these two values. I'm just going to copy this just because it's easier than typing it out. I'm going to change this to be a plus sign. I'm going to change this to be a 1 and change this to be a 1 because this is the value from that pair. This is the value from that pair. We're summing them together, and then we increment the pointers. So we're almost done now, but if this loop ends, at least one of these pointers went out of bounds, maybe both of them, but maybe one of them is still in bounds. So we're going to have a loop to check. If I is still in bounds of nums1, then we're going to do this. Take every value, every pair, and append it like this, and then increment I. And similarly, we're going to do the same thing for nums2. If j is still in bounds of nums2, then we're going to append the value from nums2, and we're going to increment j. So that's pretty much it. Let me zoom out so you can see everything. Like I said, this is pretty much identical to the merge step in merge sort, just like a slight variation. And you can see here, it works. It's pretty efficient. If you found this helpful, check out Leetcode.io for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.